All right, first and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash, the ones to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. Peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and full of the gospel. It's the brother Gabari from the Indiana camp, coming back at you again, wanted to sit down. And we got this guy, fucking Chief Dome, fucking Gorilla Hebrew, fucking Alazar, whatever you want to call him, whatever he calls himself. I can care less, really. But we got this guy popping up, basically commentary on Apostle Kabar's video, and he's basically just spreading lies, back at it, back to his old tactics, back to his old antics, spreading lies, talking about the apostles taught us to disrespect women, beat on women, leave our children, and all that. See, and the thing is, I've never heard the apostles say any of that. See, the thing is, because we don't kiss the NW, the nigga woman's ass, because we don't kiss the nigga woman's ass, they paint GMS to be this, oh, we hate women, we fucking we out here, we disrespect women. Listen, I have a woman. The hell, I have a woman. I've had several women in the truth, and I've been in the truth now pushing almost 17 years, and I've had plenty of women. And if you ever to go and ask any of them, we separated off of just disagreements, or we just separated. It was never, oh yeah, he put his hands on me, we had children and he left, and it was never none of that. Matter of fact, majority of these women really didn't even know what I was really about, because I don't tell, when I'm with a woman, I tell her, I give her a just rundown of what I'm about, but it's never really that in depth where I'm trying to convert her and make her into a sister and do all that. I'm not with all that. In my opinion, it's better off you just deal with the woman as you deal with her. Now, if she's interested and she wants to, she has to show forth an effort. I'm not finna I'm not finna force it on her or whatever. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But anyways, let's see what this guy got to say, man. I ain't gonna make this video too long too. It's gonna be real quick, because I've seen numerous amount of brothers and elders and bishops make videos on it. So we ain't gonna make this video too long. But the spirit gonna, do how it do.
What transpired is no news to us. We almost expected it.
Well, you should have expected it. and here's how disingenuous Elder Apostle Gabar is and Great Millstone is. Because why wouldn't you expect behavior that you taught us to do? You guys literally taught us to talk down to women, to beat and abuse women, to take women's money,
Yeah, see, those are all just lies, man. The apostles have never came down, and I've met certain apostles. They've never said, beat women, take their money, just do all this shit that he just mentioned. Like I said, just because we don't kiss the NW's ass like you niggas do, you think we just out here just hating on women, beating on women, and doing all this extra shit. No, we just don't take shit from the woman. We understand she's the weaker vessel, but we ain't finna have her just talk to us in any type of way. And that's just us being men. You shouldn't have your woman, or you shouldn't have any woman talk to you any type of disrespectful or just any type of way. And we tell you, according to the scriptures, really your woman actually should fear you, But that doesn't mean you be a tyrant, you fucking putting hands on and you doing all this extra shit. This is what we teach. But niggas like this, niggas like him, they take what we say and misconstrued it. When we say, oh, your woman should fear you. Oh, what? You saying you'll put your hands on you? We didn't say that, man. We just said, according to the scriptures, your woman should have some type of fear. It's an order. Don't we fear the Lord of what he can do to us? Your woman should have the same exact notion. But see, guys like this, they take that, they switch it up, and then they paint it as we're saying that we put our hands on women, we beat our women ass and all this extra shit. That's not what that has never been the notion. Matter of fact, the apostles saying, listen, if the woman, and this is what the scripture, and they tell us what the scripture say, listen, if that woman's not doing, what you say, if she's not going the way you want her to go, then let her go. The scripture talks about that, If she's more of a burden, or if she's just being unruly, Or shit, what you tell her to get away, man. Hey, listen, no, I'm not finna keep dealing with this. You doing all this, you doing all that. I'm not dealing with this. No. That's what the scripture says. And as far as the money thing, here it is. The apostles told brothers to have jobs. So what is you talking about taking money from women? What the fuck is it? And then on top of that, Apostle Tahar, he told brothers to listen. I wouldn't stay with a woman if I were y'all. He told brothers to get their own spot. Matter of fact, and this is the reason why I've adopted this mindset, because Apostle Tahar said this years ago. He said, brothers, he said, you get your own spot. It says, and your woman, she has her spot. And y'all come, that's the best way to deal with a woman. She has her spot. You got your spot. You see? And when y'all want to, coexist, y'all can coexist. And then, but you always have a spot to go back to. Don't be out here staying with women. This is what he said. Because why? Because they're fickle. All right. 1 minute they love you. The next minute they all in your phone. They acting like demons or whatever. You see? So it's better for you brothers just to have your own spot, man. All right. And that's what the apostles have told us. Don't be out here kissing these women ass. Don't be out here being weak for the box, And that's what a lot of you men are. A lot of you men is weak for the box. And here's the spirit right now. I don't know if your brother's here, but there's a group of women that just walk past, man. One or two of them looked it okay. But anyways, but it shows you, bro, a lot of you guys are weak. You weak for fucking, what she, that hole between her legs. So you cater to her and you say that, oh, yeah, baby, I love you. And, you a queen and you this and you that. And if a man come up to her, and we come out here and say she ain't shit, she need to get her shit together, and she ain't nothing without man, y'all take that and misconstrue. Y'all hate women. You that. So this guy is blatantly lying, man. But what do we expect? What do we expect from a guy who likes to take it up the ass? What should we expect from a guy like this?
Not take care of kids, to abandon women and children. This was literally prescribed by the elders of Great Millstone.
Check this out. This is how I can afford this Jeep Wrangler.
I was paying $240.
Fair use.
We were young, impressionable in the faith, and this is what you poured into us. The very behavior you're saying you're not surprised about, that the sister is complaining about, is the very behavior that you guys encouraged us to do. I remember being young. I come into truth at 17 years old, right?
See, and this is the example of where they said being disobedient to parents. The apostles never taught that, never prescribed that, ever. But yet you got tyrants, because he came up under GMS. Now he's gonna use all of this. Oh, well, I was young in the faith, and this is what they told me, and they said that, and they said this. No, you must have just heard what you wanted to hear. You must have just heard whatever the hell you wanted, because ain't no, I'm 100% confident. Ain't no apostle, ain't no elder brother told you to do that. Having children, leaving them. You take care of your children. Now, if the woman that you had it with, she up and abandoned and she's being a demon, and she take your children, she skip town or whatever, she do whatever, she's keeping you from your children. I mean, you only can do so much, But if you have children by a woman, your job is to take care of those children. You see? But what if a woman is being unruly and being a demon and she's keeping you from your children? Then, hey, what can you do? We live in a society where it caters to the woman. You as a man, and not only a man, you as an Israelite man, ain't really gonna have too much say-so in it. And we don't really have time to really be back and forth in court, fucking civil court, paying all these fucking hundreds and thousands of dollars. We don't really got time for all of that. So if she takes your kid and she skips town, shit, the Lord will right that wrong. Something might happen. All right. But you got this guy just blatantly saying, hey, just abandon your children. Well, he's saying that. We're saying that.
I remember my book of notes, and I'm listening to this very elder Apostle Gabar. And at this point, this was before I even got my Bible. I didn't have a KJV. I had a Douay-Rheims, or however you say it, Bible. That's the only Bible I had. So, and if you know that Bible is like, it's different, a little bit different than the KJV. So I literally, when they would say a precept, I would write the whole precept down in my notebook. And I would write every pretty much word that would come out of their mouths down. And I remember Elder Apostle Gabar, this elder here, going to the scripture that says, desire a woman not for pleasure. And he literally, I write down, desire a woman not for pleasure, desire her for her money. This nigga right here, right? So,
Yeah, like I said, man, you was just here. You was that's just shit you wanted to hear. That don't even sound like nothing the apostle would say. Desire a woman for her money? What? Get with a woman that has money. That don't even sound like something the apostle would say. I can't even see him saying something like that. And just because you wrote that down don't mean that's what the apostle said. That's what I'm saying. You was hearing what you wanted to hear. The apostle probably said something totally different, and you wrote down, "Oh, get with a chick with money."
I just find it funny that you of all people and y'all of all people have so much to say about Deacon's behavior now being exposed. And of course I condemn his behavior emphatically. And you know, I don't have to even delve too deep off into it. The sister is doing a tremendous job of it. And I want everybody to know, because some people out there are going to say, well, listen, hey, he didn't say nothing really when your situation came out, but this is why. It wasn't out of nobility. It was out of the fact that he feared the day that it would happen to him, and he knew that there was a...
All right, that's enough of that, man. Let me get some scriptures. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetousness, boasters. And this man definitely is a lover of his own self. This man, I bet in his mind, he think he the shit. He think he is absolutely, he all that in a bag of chips. Best believe that. Covetous, boasters, proud, and blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy. And that's exactly what this guy is, man. He's unthankful. He's disobedient to parents because the apostles is the one who taught you the truth. But yet when things wasn't going your way, when you didn't like certain things, which you started disobeying, and they told you about yourself. They said, hey, listen, don't do this, don't do it. And then eventually the Lord got to you and exposed you. You know, you unthankful and you unholy, man. Because why? You try to bring the streets, that thug life, that gang life into the truth. And you see it's not working out for you. It's not going the way, it's not going your way. Because you can't bring the world into this truth. And that's exactly what you're trying to do. It's like oil and water. You trying to bring fucking that thug gangster shit, that thug gangster acting into the truth. You actually had a gang called something. I forgot exactly what's it called, but anyways, it says without natural affection, truce breakers. Let's look at the word truce breakers. It says without a treaty or covenant, a thing not mutual agreed upon, abstinence from hostile that cannot be pursued to enter to into a covenant irreplaceable. It says literally without libertation. Look at this word. Liquid offering, drink offering. That is a company of truce breakers. Okay. All right. I just want to know what truce breakers mean. It says without natural afflictions, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent. You see, false accusers. What? Basically lying, man. And that whole video, he was just straight lying on the apostles, man, about a whole bunch of shit, you know, because that was never said that the apostles telling you out to go out here beat bitches' asses, use them for their money, abandon your children. Again, like I said, man, just because we're not out here kissing, and that's another thing too, man. We are really the only camps that really get on the NW or the women in general. A lot of you other camps, y'all cater to women. Us men of Great Millstone, we get on women. All right, we get on them and the bullshit that they do. As scripture says, what not slay utterly, but spare neither the old Women, children, we don't spare. Hey, when it comes to this work, man, when it comes to the word, we don't spare nobody. Everybody gets it, you know? Women, children, old, young, men, everybody gets this work. Shit, even us. We're preaching the truth and we get cut. You see? It says, fierce, disputers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. Yeah, see, and this guy, man, he actually got caught fucking in a strip club after Passover, man. So what is that telling you? That's telling you what? This guy, he loves pleasure. What the hell you doing in a strip club? Which, mind you, when the Passover is over, it's supposed to be up until like a Sabbath. So what the hell you doing in a strip club with women shaking their ass? And this is the night of the Passover. This is literally the most solemn that you're supposed to be in the year. And you going to a strip club where they fucking popping bottles, drinking, and women shaking their ass, man. But it just shows you who you truly are, your true intents. All right. It says having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. You see, and let's not forget that what you were with when you was with Sakari, y'all were with not worshiping Yahweh Shai, denying Paul's writings. Seeing what having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, man. Taking certain scriptures, taking certain books out of the Bible, saying, "Well, that's not the word of the Lord." See, you know what? The Lord ain't done with you, man. See, you haven't learned from that first exposure. Now the next time the Lord gonna get you, I guarantee you, it ain't gonna be something pretty. He might pop that fucking bulbous head of yours. The Lord, next time he actually gonna get at you, and then it's gonna be gruesome. And he gonna make sure it's gonna be recorded and it's gonna be uploaded, or it's gonna be blasted. You might be finding on the news or something, or it's gonna be on social media, since you want to be a fucking influencer so much, or a content creator. Since you want to be so much into content creating, then guess what? You gonna get the Lord gonna make you into a content. The Lord gonna make content out of you. All right. I had something else. Damn, what else do I want to get? Eddie Heidemann, Liver of Pleasures. Oh yeah. Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12, it says, "For the word of the Lord is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even the divine asunder of soul and spirit, and the joints and the marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart." See, this truth brings out your true intent. All right. And a lot of you guys, Hassad, Alazar, Sakari, Wi-Fi, a lot of these guys, what they're getting exposed of what they truly are about. Because a lot of you guys are about what? Fame, money, having a name, you guys are all about what? The vainglory. You want to be seen. You want to be recognized. You trying to make a name for yourself instead of uplifting Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, instead of uplifting the name of the Lord, where all the praises and honor goes to. You trying to uplift your own self. You're lovers of your own self, like back in the Timothy I read. You can give it. You can give two hells about about the work. The only reason why you making videos is to uplift your own merchandise, your own house. Nothing is edifying about you guys. You guys don't have an edifying bone in your body. And guess what? Us men of Great Millstone, we can see it how it truly is. We can see it for what it really is. That's why the apostles are able to coin certain things, to coin you guys from afar away. They can see the decline in you. They can see when you start going off. They can see it. And we can see it. Through the Spirit, through the scriptures. You see? So the Lord reveals unto us what you guys are truly about through the scriptures. Because like I said, the word of the Lord is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. For it is a discerner of what? The intents and the hearts. So we can see you guys a mile away coming. All right. So your little video, whatever you want to do, try to call out the Apostle Gabar and trying to blame, just shift blame, saying, oh, you guys are one to talk. You guys taught us how to do all this. But then, even let me humor you for a minute. Even if we did teach y'all how to do all of this, even if the apostles did tell y'all to go do it, didn't y'all separate from us? Wasn't y'all supposed to denounce the bad things that we so-called told y'all to do? Here it is. We taught they taught y'all the truth. They did all this. And when y'all separated and started Sakari and Genesis, y'all so-called denounced all the shit that denounce all the knowledge that GMS gave you, and came up with your own stuff. Came up with your own breakdowns. So what's this about? Even if that was something that the apostles taught, which I'm not saying that they did teach you. I'm saying I'm 100% sure they didn't teach you that. But even if that was something that they did teach you, wasn't you supposed to denounce it when you left? Wasn't that something that you say, no, I ain't gonna do that? They were off on that. I'm not gonna do that. But it is what it is, man. I'm not finna, like I said, I don't make this video too long, man. This is a quick, something simple, straight to the point. Lord will help these videos edifying for you brothers, man. Until next time, shalom.